Welcome to our new home. So this is, I think close to 50 square meters.
So this is everything that we've bought today, both from Big C and from Rimping at Maya, and all up this cost us. Good morning from Thailand. So we're back in Chiang Mai. The last 20 days have been pretty chaotic, to be honest. We've been on the move a lot. I think I worked out we've stayed in 9 different hotel rooms in 3 different countries. And I'm not saying that to brag, I'm just saying that because honestly that's really exhausting. It's quite full on. We've been on a mission like creating a lot of content, and now we sort of need to stop. No, we need to stop, and slow down and actually edit that stuff, and also need to finish off our book that we're doing, which is around how to travel full-time, the costs associated, how to work online, and basically how to live the same life that we are. So this is a time for us to sort of stop and get all of that done. The reason we're walking through the streets with our luggage is because we've just stayed in a random hotel for a couple of nights while we went apartment hunting, and today we're moving into our new apartment. So we're gonna head there now and then we can show you around.
It's peak season here, so yesterday we spent the day looking at, I think it was over 10 different apartments.
Yeah, it was close to 307.
Okay, a lot of apartments.
A lot. 5 hours of walking.
It was a lot of walking, and everywhere just seems to be full. But we decided to come back to Palm Springs Parlour, where we stayed last time. So we're just going to head in now, we'll have to sign some paperwork, put down the deposit, and then we'll show you around the room.
So that's us up there. A couple of windows there, that's our balcony, that's our other bedroom windows around that side.
So we just finished doing our inventory checklist. So easy, eh?
It's so easy.
How you find an apartment in Chiang Mai is basically you just walk around and hope for the best. You just go in, ask if they've got rooms for rent, how much are they.
It's so common that you can just ask and they'll either hand over a sheet that shows you like the size of the room, the cost, what's included, or they say like we had yesterday, sorry, we're full.
Yeah, in every single place.
So the reason that we came back to, the reason that we're really happy that we got this place in this complex is because there's about 5 different restaurants in Chiang Mai that we love and are like super healthy. So we're going to try and be really healthy while we're here and working and trying to catch up with the vlogs that you've already watched. And it's also really close to a co-working space that we go to, really close to a shopping mall, and close to the gym as well. So for us, like it's literally in the middle of all of those. But I think let's show the room.
Yeah.
Let's do it. You can do the room tour.
Okay, let's do it. Welcome to our new home. So this is, I think close to 50 square meters, which feels like double the size of our last place.
Yeah, it definitely does.
It feels huge, and it's costing us 22,000 baht per month, which is a little bit more than we wanted to pay, but based on our experience yesterday, we didn't have a lot of choice left.
In fact, this was one of like maybe 2.
Yeah, and we looked at a couple others that were half the size and about the same price, so I mean,
it makes sense.
It makes sense to go with this one. So, entrance, this is where you come in. Dining table / work desk. Got our couch, our huge lounge and dining area.
So big, there's actually floor space, which is really rare for apartments.
You can actually, there's so much room for activity.
There is, and just really quickly, out here we've got a little bit of a balcony, although it looks out across onto a couple of new apartments that are being built.
And then we have kitchen over here, and then in here is the bathroom.
It's also nice and clean and new.
Yeah, feels like nobody's been living here.
It does, eh?
This is important to us.
Yeah.
Shower.
Nice shower.
So we don't have a hell of a lot of stuff, but if we did, look how many wardrobes we have. So many.
We'll use a fraction of that.
Yeah, we'll use this one.
Yeah.
Another workstation, which is perfect for us. And then the ridiculously hard Thai bed.
Yeah, that's pretty standard in Thailand, unfortunately.
Standard.
that's where we'll be living for the next month.
I love it.
It's actually really, really cool.
It's cool.
But as you would have seen, like we've got a lot of things, but there's still some things that we don't have. So we always like to do one big shop. We're going to go to the Big C supermarket, but before we do that, we need to go and hire a scooter to get there. So every time we come to Chiang Mai, we always rent with a scooter from Chiang Mai Scooter Rental, but they've actually changed their name. They're now called Cat Motors. These guys have always been the best because honestly, the bikes are so good. The price is like really well positioned for what you get, and they come with like ponchos and punchy kits and first aid kits.
Great
really Scux helmets. and Stace gets a cute little baby one. It says Naughty Cupid on it. It's so perfect. Yeah, so these guys have always been, and they're really central just off Nomad Road as well. So if you do come to Chiang Mai, we always recommend that. Come to Cat Motors, and you can just message them, and they're like, it's so easy. I think it's 3,000 baht deposit, and then anywhere from like 200 to 300 baht per day for the bike. But have a look how cool this is.
This is 100% a child's helmet. But we are about to head to Big C now to do our shopping.
Nice, let's go. It's definitely colder than what we're used to in Chiang Mai. Today's only in like the low 20s. Well, the other time we've spent here, it's been like, I don't know, 30s or high 30s. So yeah, if you are new here as well, we have got lots of vlogs from Chiang Mai. So while we're here, we won't be doing a hell of a lot because if it's repetitive, then there's no point. We don't want to bore you guys, but we will definitely have some other cool stuff that we'll be getting up to that we'll share. So after about, I think it was about 10 or 15 minute drive, we're at the Big C now. We're gonna head inside, and we've never actually been here before, so we're gonna go in and try and see if we can hopefully get everything we need in one big swoop.
This place is huge. I don't even know how we get in. This way?
It goes all the way from down there, right the way down there. So we managed to buy a whole bunch of stuff there at the Big C, but we bought quite a few big items. Like we don't have the kettle, so we had to buy that, and then frying pans just weren't included this time. It's a real like luck of the draw as to what's actually in the apartment, because this time it's like the opposite to what was there last time is now there and whatever. So we're going to have to split up our shopping and go to the Maya shopping mall, which is just walking distance. And it's the one that we probably frequent more often to get like frozen stuff and vegetables and like dairy and everything. And once we've got all of the stuff from Maya as well, then we can show like how much all of that costs for everything in one go. But that means we got the chance to stop at one of our old favorite restaurants. They do, I would honestly say, my favorite chicken and sauce in the entire world, every country I've ever visited. But the funny thing is, the sauce is so spicy. It's been about 6 months that we've been here, and I think in the Philippines and Vietnam and Taiwan, we didn't get a lot of spice at all. So like
our noses are running, sweating.
That's why we didn't film. We filmed like the food when it came out, and now once we've had some time to like settle, so it's gonna be, we'll get our tolerance back up. But it is really cool sitting here like reminiscing. Food brings back like those flavors, bring back like memories and stuff. So it's just cool. We're sitting here like smiling, like enjoying every little mouthful. So a new kettle's already in place. He's part of these costs for all of this. This is today's full haul from 2 different places, as we sort of said, including toilet paper, and there's like a brush and everything there. Yeah, so like a kilo of strawberries, almost a kilo of chicken. This place needed a few things, so we had to buy some pans and like a flipper, as they call it in Thailand, a chopping board. What else we got there? 5 kilos of rice, some equal, which is expensive stuff, milk, mugs. This is like ground coffee, so 500 grams, that's 250 grams, sorry, that's expensive. Anyway, all of that, including the cleaning stuff and everything, is 120 US dollars. Some things more expensive than Vietnam and the Philippines, but for the most part, pretty good.
So that cost actually also included these beautiful, oh my god, I just put a huge thing in it from my room.
Just pull these high quality Egyptian...
These ruined mint green towels, my bad.
It's actually a few days later now. We've managed to unpack, settle in for a little bit. But we've had really terrible weather, which has not been ideal, but something I realised that we haven't done is actually show what the swimming pool looks like. It's a really, really nice little spot down here. There's a gym in this apartment complex as well. So although we've only been here for a couple of days, we've actually only got 1 month initially in Chiang Mai, and we might be full-time travelers, but we've definitely messed up a lot of full-time travel things recently. Our trip through the Philippines, the second half, and Taiwan and getting to here was so expensive because we planned everything so last minute. And yeah, good point. And it was Christmas and New Year sort of time as well. So we learned some very expensive and harsh lessons. The plan today is to try and figure out what is the next 2 to 3 months, babe? 3 months? What does the next 3 months look like for us? So we've just been for a little bit of a wander, and as you would have just seen, the place that we've found is super cool. So we've just been chilling now for about an hour, doing a little bit more planning, but we've literally got like hours of stuff that we need to plan out. So I think that's our plan, is to sit here. We'll probably share more on like what the coffee shops and everything are like in this area, because it's honestly, there's such a cool culture here. But I think that's it for this video. As always, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the comments. Bye.